We are at the Radisson Blu waterfront in Dubai Business Bay. And with me is a very interesting girl. She was part of Big Boss. She's endearing, she's fierce, she's independent, she has a mind of her own. And she's somebody all of you should know is now in Dubai. In fact, she works in Russell Kema at RAK Hospital as a dentist. And can you guess who she is? On my show today is a vibrant and vivacious Bebika Dhurve.
Assalamu alaikum Dubai. Hello, namaskar. Thank you for having me.
And look at her, she actually is in Russell Kema working as a dentist, but she's also part of the glam industry. Now, how do you manage these two things?
Well, being born as a girl, we are pretty good at multitasking, so it comes out naturally.
Okay, tell me what the Big Boss thing. How did you start and what happened? And we all know what happened at Big Boss.
Yes.
But then before that, what happened? How did you get there? And tell me about that story.
Well, one fine day, I wanted to, get in the show, and I just asked for an audition. And I was auditioned for a span of 1 month, and I just got into the show in one attempt.
Okay.
My first attempt, 1 month of auditioning, and I was there. And I was in Dubai. I was job hunting for myself as a general dentist, and I was giving my auditions on Zoom calls.
Oh, okay.
So I kind of made like 7, 8 auditions throughout the month. And in the month of June, when the show was supposed to start on 15th June or something, I was called on 2nd June, and they confirmed that, Bebika, you're a part of the show and we want you on board.
So you were auditioning from Dubai. So you were destined to come back here, which means
101%. Everything started happening at the same time. There was too much being, given to me at the same time.
Okay, tell me about your experience in Big Boss. How has it changed you?
Well, I would say I feel that, of course, the glitz and the glamour and the fame, everything comes along. But more than that, I feel very responsible now, because there are so many kids out there. There are so many enlightened minds who are looking up to me and who are trying to idolize me, who are, trying to be someone like me. So just to, cope up with that and be a good example to them, I feel very responsible right now. So
also tell me, in the world of PR led interviews, and as journalists, I'm sure we all are waiting for that somebody who talks their mind. We don't want to look at every typically churned questions and answers coming out from stars because the PR tells them. And you have flouted the rule refreshingly.
I've been the most brutally honest. Mufat is the word in Hindi. Person in the show, outside the show, like even in the reality of my life, I love to speak my mind. I love to speak the way I am and let it all out from my heart.
Okay. And tell me about the films that you watched as a child. Why did you want to be an actor? Who's always been somebody that you wanted to be like? Was there anybody like that?
Yes. I've been watching Sri Devi ma'am. I've been watching Aishwarya Rai. I've been watching, Madhuri Dixit. And I really used to get so fascinated by the way they dressed, and Pooja Bhatt ma'am.
Yes.
I mean, of course, I've watched her movies as a kid, and the way she had her hair, that
yes.
volumized, curly.
She was so
luscious.
unconventional. She's always been unconventional.
Yes, she never looked like one of the actors.
And she was always a disruptor. She was always somebody who challenged norms. So that is, and she's been a mentor to you. She's been
and I would say even I was the same kind of personality in Big Boss. They called me the disruptor. Even in the finale, and even in the last week, a lot of people came in the home, and all those celebs, and they called me the disruptor, or someone who's unmatchable, and nobody can replace what she was in the history of Big Boss. That's what even Salman Khan sir said. So maybe that's how we resonated well and connected really well, Pooja ma'am. So I'd watched her movies, I've watched her, and of course the song Dil Hai Ki Manta Nahi, that adorable, innocent, sweet, beautiful lady she looked. And her hair. Oh my god. So I really used to get enticed and look up to them, like I want to be like this. But growing up, I was a tomboy. I was not attractive, and I was a complete tomboy. I was never a very feminine, soft-spoken, calm girl.
Yeah, I agree.
So a lot of people around me and school kids were like, "You're not even pretty. How could you even think of being an actor?"
That's so nasty at one point.
I've been bullied ever since I was a kid. So I know how to even handle these bullies. So this is
what do you tell them?
I just don't say anything. I just smile in their face. You know what bullies hate the most? They hate happy faces and happy souls. So the happier you are, the more, enlightened you are, the more powerful positive you are, and self-loving you are, the more they will,
they'll be defeated on their own.
Yes.
Because that's their whole idea.
It would be a direct defeat to the bullies
if
you focus on self-love and happiness. Like, just don't let anything out there bother you, because the only person who matters about who you are is your own personality and your own mind.
Absolutely. And also the fact that today, thankfully, there is a lot of understanding about fat shaming. There's an understanding about so many things, ageism for that matter.
True.
If you're too old and if you're too not the size that people think is perfect. Today, there is more awareness about it. So, and you happen to address that issue very strongly.
Very much.
And more power to such things, because nobody decides anyone's idea of beauty.
Beauty, exactly. I believe everybody is born very differently, and they have their own body type,
Yeah.
and they have the right to decide what body type they want to live with.
Right.
The world out there or anybody out there should not decide you if you want to look thin, if you want to look curvy, if you want to look lean, if you want to look tall. You're born in a way, and you are the one who decides that. Of course, you should consider the health related to it, because living healthy is also an important aspect.
Right.
But with the normal BMI, just mold yourself the way you want to.
Absolutely.
People out there cannot decide if I want to turn size 0. I'm never going to turn size 0, because on a personal note, I love my curves.
Why should you? I mean, it's just a very strong, there's a certain direction that we were given at a certain point
Not
of time.
everybody is blessed with a body type.
Or maybe not blessed. It's okay. We should say,
Yeah,
we should actually...
I would say everybody is blessed with a life, and you should take the way you are as a blessing in the first place, and be not very considerate of other people's opinion about yourself. Have your own opinion and be strong about it.
And how did you deal with people who came to you and said those things to you?
Well, I laughed on their face, and I appreciated them in the face, like, okay, thank you for saying that. Who cares about it? And I didn't really bother going out there and fighting or body shaming them back.
No,
even if you look
that
at
defeats the purpose.
Exactly.
Right.
In the show, because that contestant tried getting it out, like, oh, you could have just said I'm dark. I'm like, why would I say that? I'm not a person like you. I'm not someone who would shame you back and then get it back to you. Because then there's no difference between you and me. There's a difference I have to maintain till the end of time, and I will maintain that.
Right.
And I appreciate people for who they are.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Also tell me, since you're a dentist, who has the best set of teeth in the industry?
Well, I love Madhuri Dixit's smile.
Yeah.
And I really love Bebika Dhurve's smile. Of course, they are veneered. I could see it. And being a dentist, I could spot it in a second. Okay, those premolars and canines, the proportion, the aesthetics, veneers. But that's really great work done. I mean, I really appreciate the dentists as well. But it's not just the veneers that is bringing that smile.
Right.
They're smiling soulfully.
Yeah.
They're smiling from within.
Right.
And it radiates through their eyes.
Yeah.
So more than their teeth, you could see it in their eyes. There's a spark.
Yeah. Also, you are a face reader. Your father is a very well-known astrologer. What can you tell me about me?
Oh, wow. So this is interesting. So, Manjuji, I would say that you're a very headstrong lady, highly ambitious, highly competitive, never settles down for less in life, and always, aiming for the stars. You're someone like that, but you have a very domesticated side of yours, which not everybody out there knows. Very family oriented, extremely family oriented, and not really a people pleaser.
No.
You don't like to please everybody in the room. You don't even care if everybody out there is your friend, or everybody likes you, or everybody is favoring you. No. You might have your exceptional set of people whom you would just trust and be with.
Right.
And you like to keep like that. And you are introverted. You're not an extroverted personality. And you embrace that introvertedness.
Lovely. I think you're spot on. That's another thing that she'll also do. I think she'll also face read. She'll also look into people's jawlines and their mouths. Plus, she will also be entertaining you. How many things? What else do you do? Tell me. These are 3 things already we know.
Yes.
Do you also sing?
Yes, I do. I've come up with a song because there was this line in the show which got very famous, like "Teri boti boti kar dungi," which I said in the show, and people were laughing crazy about it. So I've come up with a song, and it's in process.
So you can't sing it now? 2 lines? Okay, you sing some other song then.
Sure.
What's your favorite song? Send 2 lines.
Well, I'm a huge time Bollywood buff, especially when it comes to retro. So I've really loved watching retro movies, and I sit with my dad and I hear a lot of old songs and stuff. So yeah, that is something I would love to sing.
So what is that you're going to sing for us?
So,
Any song that comes to your mind, that's okay.
Lag Ja Gale is a very great song
Okay.
that most people love to hear, and even Pooja ma'am used to like to hear it from my
Okay.
mouth in the show as well. So I would love to sing that.
Okay.
Lag ja gale ke phir ye हंसी रात हो ना हो शायद फिर इस जन्म में मुलाकात हो ना हो लग जा गले से
Beautiful. Okay, tell me about 5 things you learned from Pooja Bhatt that you want to be, like you look up to her. So,
I really want to be like her. I idolize her. I look up to her. I love her personality. Things I would want to learn is like I want to be my original self till the end of time. Because that originality will keep me relevant. That originality will fetch me the right kind of audience who would love me from the core. And this is something really important. And of course, she's blessed with flawless beauty till the end of time. And I really hope I remain as pretty as her, till my end of time. So these are certain things I really wish for.
I think we really need, like you said, disruptors is one word, but fierce, strong women, who change a lot of things in the system and who speak their mind and are not scared of many things, including structured ways of in which people associate with each
Completely
other.
agree. Because it's a necessity, with the modern day times, of course, it really helps. But what's the point? What's the point of being submissive all the time? What's the point of just following the crowd all the time? What's the point of just being another, a second half of someone? Like, why can't you be an equal? Why can't you be someone as strong as that person? Why can't you be someone who's treated individually with the same amount of, dignity and credentials? So modern day women should really work on being themselves, being outspoken. First of all, individuality and independency is necessary.
Right.
So all girls out there, like, study, work hard, and turn independent. That's the first thing they must do.
Yeah. What about your family? Do you miss them now because you're here all alone? What about you? Do you cook as well? How do you manage your food?
You've seen the Big Boss, huh? I've been the only one cooking throughout the season. They were dying for my food. There was this time when I was like, you guys don't respect me. I'm not going to cook for you. But they were all
So
about
what do you
it.
make for yourself now?
I like to make a one meal thingy.
Yeah, one pot meal.
I can't do a full course all the time. I don't have time. So there's masala bhat I do.
Of course.
With aloo and carrots and a couple of veggies and good.
So you got your masalas from India?
No, I'll have to go seek here, and there are very exceptionally less places where they get the typical Indian
You'll
masala.
get it. I'll tell you.
I found the best person to help me and guide me through.
Right. Thank you very much for speaking to me. It was an absolute pleasure speaking to somebody as young and courageous and full of fire, I should say. Though she's a water sign, but she's got a lot of fire.
Sign. She's a earth sign. Water and earth comes together and it blooms with flowers.
Yes.
We're literally blooming flowers.
Thank you.
All the time.
Thank you very much. See you. Bye.